Hello everyone, this is Dove again. So in this video I wanted to explain to you how I took out the passenger seat of my Suboverland. It is a 2005 Suburban, but this is the same for Yukons and Tahoes and even Silverados. They all have the same bolts and everything from years, I think 2000 to 2006 or thereabouts. It might even be more than that, I'm not sure. And so the front two are bigger than the back two, and you're going to need the E sockets, E20 for the front ones, and for the back you need E14. And an E socket is just basically it's a reverse or female Torx head. And so they have these special sockets here, but you can use millimeter. So if you don't have the E sockets for the front, you would need 15 millimeter, and for the back you need 11 millimeter. And you're going to need deep socket sets or that extension there, because these two over here that are closest to the door, those are inside of the rail. There's little access holes that you have to go down in there, and so you do need a deep socket. But if you don't have that, your ratchet set or your socket set should have an extension. So that's what we used. And the bolts themselves, they can sometimes be rusted or whatever, or they can just be really on there very tight. And so because I don't have a breaker bar, we just took a hollow metal pipe and stuck that on the end and used that to get leverage on it. So I just made my own homemade breaker bar here. You don't even have to go out and buy anything special. You just set that down in on your bolt in here. It's down in there, and you need to get it on there really well. You don't want to strip it out, so make sure it's seated onto the bolt really well. And here on this side, the rail is off to the side of the bolts, so you don't even have to deal with that. And then yeah, so make sure you use a breaker bar or a makeshift one just by putting a pole in there to give it a more of an extension for you. And so up here, they're not even actually bolts. These are nuts on the front too, and they've got these threaded posts sticking out, and so that's what you're going to take off of there, and also over here. And then the front one is going to be hiding by this little cap, and so just come in here and pry that off, and that'll give you access to this nut right here. And I have to put the hardware back in because this is actually holding on a piece that is part of the center console here, and so I have to keep that hardware. And also over here, these back two are the bolts, and so you can see outside I'm gonna have to put that back in because I don't want a hole going to the outside really. So yeah, you've got nuts up there and bolts back here. And then so we started in the front, so we had the seat all the way back so that we could get to those, and we took those out, and then we moved the seat all the way forward so that we could access these. We took those out, and then you just tip the seat backwards and you'll get easy access to the wiring down here. And this is all it is. And I've got power seats and I've got heated seats and everything else, and that's all there was to it. So it's really easy. You might need to take a flathead screwdriver to pry apart some connections, but other than that, it's super easy. The worst part is having all this left over, because now I've got this great big high point. See, I can kind of stick those out of the way, but that's the tallest point right here, and that's Not really what I wanted to be there. Wasn't really expecting that, but it is what it is, and so now I've just got to deal with it. And I'll probably just build this up, all these low spots, I'll probably just build them up with something and then put one piece of plywood covering the whole thing. And I'll probably, it depends on what I do up here. I think I'm going to make my bed up here, and if I do that, I'll just put the plywood all the way back to here. And if I put the bed in the back and something else goes up here, then I'll just put plywood, you know, like from here to here to make all that level or whatever. I'm still not sure what all I want to do. But that's going to be in the next video. I'm going to show you guys what I've done so far as floor layouts and plans and designs, and show you the process that I'm going through with that. I'm still being flexible because I don't really know exactly how I want to build this out, but I'm getting more ideas. The more I sit here and the more I think about how I need to use the space, the more I'm able to get better ideas about where to put things. Because I could put the bed right here, but it would have to extend out, you know, this much. And so I thought, you know, it would probably just be easier to make one platform that was basically the same all the way down, because the bed would come to about right here, and then it would just be the width of it, which is 23 inches. But that's not too bad for me because I am skinny and I can fit into that small of a space. After all, I was going to actually turn around this passenger seat and sleep in that, just use that for my bed. But that didn't really work out so well because of the bolt pattern and everything. So, and it actually wasn't very comfortable because the seat didn't recline all the way back. It doesn't go back as far as some of the other cars I've been in. Okay guys, I think that's it. Oh, I wanted to show you the cover if I didn't already. That's what you're going to find over top of that, and you just have to pop those clips out. Just pull them out like that, and that'll pop right off of there and expose your wiring harness for you. Okay, I'll talk to you again in the next video. Bye.